I see we got in the house. Dan was in the house. My great co-host. What's going on, Danimo? Andrea, welcome in. Augusto. Appreciate that comment, Andrea, about the about driving around, with the some mindset stuff. It's always good. Music, listening to music here and there is good, but you got to put in those healthy vitamins in, and it does help. I think success, money is not the only thing that provides success. To me, success is having peace of mind. That's basically, what being happy is, just having peace of mind. It's just, and it's not easy. I got teenage girls. I got a 6-year-old toddler. Wife, and and other family members and so forth. And it's just being happy with yourself first, being at peace with yourself first. To me, I think it's crucial. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I think that's something that I try to work with as much as possible. Augusto, welcome in. Augusto, Don, what's going on? Donald, nice early morning there, 5:30 in the morning. Appreciate the commitment, everybody in the Pacific Coast. Welcome in. Franco, saludos, man. ¿Cómo estamos? G100, Michael, representing all Czech Republic. It used to be Andrich. Andrich is still around. Hola, saludos, Pablo. Sol. Sí, es Sol, la quantum balance es Sol, sí, ¿verdad? Stein, welcome in, Stein. Vicky Hernández, bienvenida, bienvenida. All right, guys. There you go, Danimal. And you're up there, but you're not up there, man. You're still a young man. All right, guys, welcome into the trading lounge session. Remember, this is our free session that we do. Let me just quickly go through this 30-second. If you guys are in the G Money trading community, simply in the trade lounge category, that's where I'll be sending the announcements. Everything comes here, right? The posts, they all come in here. If you want to filter them by there, there'll be trade lounge. And basically, the trade lounge is a free live trading session, open to the public, designed for community exposure, live market analysis, trade idea development. So if there's somebody out there who you want to find as your trading buddy, a friend that you know, or introduce them to trading, you can always invite them for free to the actual community, and they have access to some free stuff, right? This Zoom link is right here. If in case you want to just share outside without them joining, they can always do that as well. In March, we're going to be starting with the help of Daniel as well. We're going to be starting some beginner courses. I'll be doing kind of like the most basic ones, and then Daniel will kind of create a course for those that really want some beginner stuff. He'll break it down. There'll be a small price for those, a la carte style. But I'll be there for us there. So it's every Wednesday, 7:30 a.m. Central Time, New York session, and the 9:30 p.m. Sydney session for 30 minutes. After the session is over, the recording will go right here. So for example, excuse me, last week's, click here, and both recordings are here. This week I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm actually going to do 2 announcements. Trade Lounge New York, and then at 9 o'clock later on today, I'll do Trade Lounge Sydney, and there'll be two separate categories, and then you can find all the recordings from here as we build on that. All right, guys. So, but as always, right, these calls are for educational purposes only. Any trade idea or speculation, it is just that. So please be mindful of your lot sizes, risk management, and all the good stuff. So yeah, guys. Again, though, right? We're only looking for opportunity to make our money. I would love for price to always go in the direction that I speculate. It's not always going to do that. Holding trades, being patient to me in trading is not holding trades. Okay. And letting it run to your take profit. That to me is not patience. Patience starts before that. Patience is not to rush into a trade. Patience is okay, I don't like this one, I'm not gonna get in, or things like that. Like basically anything that when you're in these charts, guys, this is an ocean of sharks that we're in. Okay. And if we were in the sea, in the middle of the sea, and we know there's sharks there, and somebody says shark, are we gonna patiently swim to the shore? No, we're gonna get out of there, right? So same thing here in trading, right? It's like know how to get your money and get out. That's my best advice, guys. Little by little, you start building stamina. Little by little, you start noticing other stuff. But the most important thing is really definitely get your money, have a plan to come in, first of all. Get your $20, $200, $2,000, whatever it may be, and go. And like I'm gonna go on a little side tangent here, and this is really really important for you guys to understand. I have a friend who my childhood best friend, I believe, is doing this. He is investing in Exxon. I think it's Exxon. Did he go back down? It was going up. And one of the things about trading, guys, especially the way I like to teach you guys to know how to read these charts. Once you know this skill, you can monitor any chart you want. I have plans to also diversify and later on and kind of teaching us how to kind of invest in these stocks, read those chart stocks, things like that. So that's something that I'm trying to get dive into. I really don't need it, but it's just kind of good to understand these because again, it's yeah. I don't want to go into that tangent, but it's important. What was the? I forgot exactly. Is this the chart that he was looking at? Look at that chart. Fair value gaps, guys. Look at that. Fair value gaps, imbalances, not a gap. Try to trade that right there. Very interesting. But let me see. I do want to explain this because it's really, really important, which will finalize the. I think it was X. I think it went down a bit. Yeah, I guess it went down in the last 3 days. Anyways, he says this. Okay, guys. This is kind of this is about holding trades, right? Holding trades. So it's like holding a trade longer does not mean that you're going to make more money. Holding a trade longer does not mean you're going to make more money. Do you, for those of you that understand, do you guys agree with that? Right? It does not mean that you're gonna hold the trade longer. That's why you got to know the Fibonacci retracement tool lets us know when's a good time to exit. Okay, when's a good time to exit? So, for example, if I would have measured this right here, this little impulse, right there. Let me do this. Previous day. Let's go ahead and do previous week. All right, perfect, guys. And let's say you were speculating. All right, you know what? I bought this share at 144. I bought that share at 144. Okay, awesome. And I wanted to go to 157. And you know what? I'm gonna hold it for a year, just for example. I'm gonna hold it for a year. And actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna hold it for. I am gonna hold it for what this is February. I'm gonna hold it for until April. I want to see how much that thing grows. So I want to hold it to April. It's over here. All right. Well, what's gonna pay us is not how long you hold it, it's how much it increased in value or decreased in value, correct? So for whatever reason, Exxon got some value early on this year, and next thing you know, it hit your target already within a few days. But no, I gotta hold it. I gotta hold it because if I hold it longer, that means I'll make more money. And look, let's say we got in right at this level right here. Now where this arrow was at before I fibbed it. Yeah. And then price now is literally back where you started. Okay. So where you enter, have a defined exit every single time. That's how you grow your capital. Okay. Not how long you hold things. Okay. especially in our trading space, right? We're intraday traders. There's more ways to make money with the interest that switches over, but if you're a trader first, let's definitely lock in those important stuff and know how to capitalize from it. All right, guys. So previous week on gold was bullish. We got this little dip right here on Tuesday, came into the liquidity area of the previous weekly candle. And now, right, we're at the institutional level of Tuesday. Okay. So Tuesday's candlestick is still bearish. Okay. This was just a retracement back to that area. Yesterday let me put the fib. Yesterday we did not have this fib yesterday. This is a new fib based on this day. Previous day, fib. There it is. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Guys. All right, so check this out. This is Lunes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay. We are at the 78%. 78%. Is this a Head and Shoulders, Dynamo? It is, right? It's kind of shaped one like one. You should be able to meet, brother. If not, probably step away.
All right, so that's another W form there, and
This is kind of a Head and Shoulders, isn't it?
it totally is, yeah.
Okay, that's good to know. Remember, Head and Shoulders is a reversal pattern. And if the reversal pattern does not reverse price, it will break and then go the other direction. Okay, but this is shaping up to be somewhat of a reversal pattern. So all of this movement here, okay, is supply or support trying to start a new trend. And if this fails, well, price, I can only guarantee two things. Okay, price is going to go up or price is going to go down. That's the only guarantee I have. Okay, so if this reversal pattern works and it holds, we'll trend upwards. If it doesn't, it'll break here somewhere and then it'll pull back and then it will start trending back in the other direction. Alrighty. So that's interesting to know. We're at the 78% of Tuesday. So the selling pressure is gonna be there, right there. And we just have to monitor that. The 20-minute time frame now. Okay, we are above the Asian range. The Asian range is a support. Price brought it down, went to the 50%, give or take, and they broke it. So now the question is that same level, that same price line, 49.40, is it going to be now? Sorry, this is resistance, right, Dan? This is support. Gotta get my basics right.
Yep.
Get my basics right, or get my
Now you get your basic trade.
or check my coffee's resistance, support.
Yeah, so it created the ceiling and now it became a floor.
There you go. That's the question now, guys. Will this become support now? How do we know? We will measure momentum. We'll see where the momentum is at. And the best thing we have for us is, control our risk management. So as of right now, I am liking maybe this right here. Okay. Back to the highs. If it does not go our way, it would break this there and it will probably find its way back to 23%. So those are kind of my targets for today. Okay. So my target for today is let's put it here, is the previous daily high. This is previous daily high as a buying target. And then the selling target, if the support does not work, will be 20%. Selling target.
Wow, that's so close to the previous weekly low. So we might tap that too.
Good, man. Good. Mhm. Buying targets. And that's what speculation is, guys. We have to learn how to speculate first. And the speculation is, okay, where's price going? Okay, where could it go? And the ranges, the daily ranges, the sessions over here, they do help me out a lot on that. Okay. They help us a lot of that. All right. We got that there. This is good. And after this, right, we we kind of measuring our momentum, kind of see where we are. The 5 minute box is bullish. The 1 hour box is also bullish. It hit the 50% of it, so we are getting that push up. Um, I am interested to see if maybe Dynamo we come into the what do you
Three
call it?
percent.
The 23% of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Yeah, look at that right there. Very nice. So if you guys have access to the SMT box, remember this is a we have two great tools that helps us trade, right? Besides the naked chart technical analysis that I like to do, we have this SMT system which is called the Matrix, and then we have an AI bot that reads the matrix, right? That reads the matrix and kind of gives us signals and decisions and all that other good stuff. So I mean, Dynamo, I mean, it doesn't matter the time frame, guys, right? At some point, price is gonna find equilibrium, and equilibrium is these midlines, these quarter lines right there that I have coded. And Dynamo maybe wants to come to 5,000, not 5,900.
Yep.
Balance that out, right? And then
Yes.
based on the analysis that I just did, that is very near the buying target. So guys, if we get up here, we could position for a nice little sell, right? So we'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind for sure. Estamos. All right. So let's I like that. So here is the let me color these different. Color these. It's this is the 5 minutes. Then 15 minute. Okay, this is a bearish structure, but we're still above the equilibrium. This is a 15 minute mid. And as of right now, this is bearish still. Okay, so on the 15 minute, it's just a deep pullback, almost to 78%. So that's interesting. But then on the 1 hour time frame, we're above that equilibrium right there. I'm gonna put here a dynamo as well. That on this note that this is previous daily high and 1 hour, right?
Yep.
23%. 1 hour S&T, 23%. Excellent. And then where is the line here? The line is right there. This would be green. And put this here. Excellent. 45 minute. All right. So that's kind of our momentum midline scenario. Let's kind of read some structure on the 15 minute time frame. We'll remove all indicators and just kind of see what we have. I like to read kind of naked structure in 15 minute time frame or 1 hour time frame. Just to kind of see how it goes. Got a high, low, lower high, lower low. Yeah, lower high, lower low, right? So we do have a nice little trend to the downside as so. Okay. Let's see. Do you have an Elliott wave here, Dynamo? Do you see an Elliott wave there?
Yes, I do.
Let me see.
A funky one, but it's good. I got it. Let's see if I can So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that. It's really funky.
Yeah, it is kind of
Can't draw
funky.
good.
Yeah.
And I can't draw good.
Do you see it to the left, Andrea? Like over here, this over here, or you see it more down here? I am on a 15-minute chart, so it's a good area to ask that question. Um,
That is that is a great question because we all see the same chart, but we see it differently.
yeah.
But Andrea, I think I see what you see here because you can see this impulse, this correction, this impulse, this correction didn't break this low or this low rather, and then we came back down. So we got one either forming or it's just done. But I like your head and shoulders pattern.
Yeah.
It's very visible right there.
Oh, Monday. Hold on. Monday at 8 o'clock. Gotcha. 45 p.m. This area here. Yeah, I mean this area here, and simultaneously, right? Good observation right there. It's also the 78% level of the
Previous daily.
of the previous day. So, that all does come into play, right? Areas where there's like support and resistance. Resistance means price will bounce down. Support means price will bounce up. Once you start adding more things to it, like fair value gaps, ETM candles, imbalances, this fair value gaps, that all can kind of gives you some more confirmation there. And that honestly, it's more about, again, it always comes back down to risk management. Okay. It always does come back down to risk management, how much you want to make, how much movement you need, because these fair value gaps are going to appear in all time frames. Everything will appear in all time frames. Okay. If there's a fair value gap in the mix, I like 4 hour and 1 hour. Intraday, occasionally I'll go for a 15-minute, maybe a 5 minute, but it first has to line up with the fib level. It first has to line up with the fib. If it doesn't line up with the fib level, the fib level, I think we talked about it Sunday, right, Daniel? The fib level adds precision. Adds
Right.
precision to everything that we do. It allows us to, okay, it allows us to, enter at a level. It allows us to measure that risk management, how many pips that, and so forth. Okay. So, hey, Dr. Latrice. So yeah, so we're getting this reaction to the left because there is a fair value gap or imbalance, whatnot, but at that same level, we're at the 78% of that day. So there is a selling pressure there. But the question is, right, is this selling pressure gonna give you what you need on this trade? Or do you want to kind of wait for the potential momentum move to the top side? That's kind of where everything kind of comes back and connects. Let's see here. We got that. So yeah, so we're in a good area. I still think based on the structure, we are more bullish. Even if we do go higher to this buying target, I still see some sellers stepping in. Okay. It depends, Randy, too, right? Because we definitely use different. I can use a Fib. Thanks for that question, there, Randy. I can use a Fibonacci on a 15-minute candle retracement tool. If you want to measure big swings, like for example, right now, this big fib over here on the right-hand side, that's a weekly fib. This fib right here is the previous daily candle fib. And even right here, right, if we have this little impulse here, impulse correction, impulse, we can technically fib this little last higher low to higher high from here to there, okay? And we can basically let price come back to 50%. Maybe
I
a
like
stop
where
loss here,
that.
and then we take it to the extensions. That's
Yeah.
why knowing the fib, it's half the battle.
Mhm. I want to point out too that don't forget, look at that 618 is right at the 15-minute midpoint.
For what part, gentlemen? Sorry, I
So
this 50% or which percent? I'm sorry.
no, your fib on that impulse, there's the
Ah,
618 right at the 15
gotcha,
minute midpoint,
gotcha.
which is a strong level of resistance and equilibrium.
Yep. No. Nico's asking, do you have a separate fib setup for the weekly versus daily candle? No, it's just the 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 weekly fib is just kind of our big map. The daily fib is kind of like our intraday and where we at scenario. But as far as the levels, they all work the same. As far as the levels, they all work the same. So for example, I am normally selling from a 78% level. But on this time frame, I am not going to because the intraday time frame is more bullish. You
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm saying? So let's go to the 5 minute. Okay, let's go to the 5 minute time frame one more time. Okay, and here we are. Okay, so check this out, guys. See this fib to this fib. Let me line this up here better. Okay, this fib on the right hand side represents yesterday Tuesday. Okay, it represents Tuesday's price action, and we're at the 78% level. But I am not going to sell from there because the this right here, the S&T box right now, the intraday stuff is bullish. So as of right now, this 78%, this is a low, this is a high, this is a higher low, right? This is a higher high. Pattern recognition. What happens after a higher high? It goes down, not to reverse, but to create a new higher low, a pullback. So we always want to be trading in the direction of the impulse, but there's always an impulse within a correction and all the good stuff that the market is fractal. So my my plan is to let the sellers step in here, let them create the pullback, and I'll try to find the entry at the new higher low so we can go higher. The fib on the previous day is bearish, right? It's bearish, but I'm not using it to sell. I'm using it to guide me where is a resistance that can bring price down a little bit. Okay. And then from there, I'll trade with momentum. Okay. We're momentum traders. That is kind of where the everything starts up. So yeah, great questions there. Questions always bring alignment, and that tells me everybody's understanding something in their own way, and we can align to the explanations that I provide. My explanations are not always set in stone and are more than welcome there. But all right, guys, so this is where we're at here, right? This is so I would like for us to continue going upwards. Let me go ahead and we'll be wrapping up this trade launch here and then transition over to our VIP live trading. Okay. And then we'll close out the session for today. Where's it at? ETF candles. And then once we do the live trading VIP, I do have a strategy that we look at with the New York Impulse, and these settings and everything, they're provided for VIP members only at this time, and we'll give you all the breakdowns there. But I do like this. I think on the 20-minute time frame, see, we formed three nice bullish candles. I like this 20-minute rally-based rally down here. Okay, and then again, right there by the midpoint.
Exactly.
So this is a price pattern. If you guys are familiar with the ETM candles, the rally-based rally, it's a bullish price pattern. I would like to see price come back down to that and just go back a little bit higher. Okay, that's kind of the speculation now. Again, the momentum will then confirm with us once we live trade to see where the volume is at and so forth. But That's what we have here, guys. Okay. 20 minutes. Thank you, Deanna.
Now, check this out, G. I didn't even see that, but see your little three soldiers on the bullish, the red one over there to the left there? That's right at our target, which is a perfect level of resistance.
Got it. Got it. Yes, sir. Let me see if I see anything else before we leave you guys.
That goes back to your quote that you use every Sunday about when you see the small movements so well, you can then focus on the advanced feature.
100%, man. 100%. Gracias, Pablo. Ahorita vamos para inglés. And last thing, guys, we do have a 4-hour rally-based rally right there. Okay, that's definitely going to help some momentum to the top side. So I like this setup here. I appreciate everybody's time here in the Trade Lounge. Remember, the Trade Lounge is a free event that we can all invite people. They're new to trading. Bring them in, and we'll go from there. And if they have some experience, if they don't have any experience, you can always share the link directly just to invite, find yourself a trade partner, trade buddy, to do that. And be more than happy to assist you guys here. We definitely are having a really good time trading, guys. It's been a great journey for myself. Now when I look at these markets, it's really it's yeah, it all comes together for me pretty easily, and I want you guys to have that same experience, right? We're like, okay, I can see the market this way, and it takes time. It takes time, but at the same time, we have some tools that can help us win as we're learning, earn as you learn, right? Earn as you learn, as you like to say. But appreciate everybody for the trade lounge. Any VIP members will transition over to the live trading session, and we'll be back again this evening for the 9:30 p.m. Sydney session of the trade lounge, which is also a free version. Okay, everybody have a good one. Thank you guys for being here, and we'll see you guys in a minute. Bye.